Picture this, you're down 1-0, you take a 5-minute Meiji penalty, and the opposing team scores. Game over, right?
Yeah, you would definitely think so.
But that was Switzerland in the May 2026 World Championship quarterfinals against Sweden. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are stripping away all that emotional chaos of that 3-1 Swiss victory in Zurich to look at a forensic data analysis by hockey expert Martin Cibák.
Right, and it's a fascinating report.
It really is. And for our mission today, we're zeroing in entirely on the main themes and key arguments of his text. We want to understand exactly how, raw data and structure dictate a win, totally separate from the emotional unpredictability of the game.
I mean, when you look closely at Cibak's analysis, it really does strip away all that noise. We aren't just looking at a traditional box score here.
No, not at all.
It's more of a clinical validation of why veteran structure will almost always break inexperienced panic when the stakes are at their highest.
So let's talk about that critical first period. It's the ultimate sliding doors moment, right? Switzerland is trailing, they take that massive penalty, and Sweden seemingly makes it 2-0. The arena goes dead silent.
Oh, absolutely silent.
Right. But then a video review catches a kicking motion. The goal is disallowed, Switzerland kills the 5-minute penalty, and Captain Roman Josi immediately ties the game. To me, it feels like plot armor in a movie.
Plot armor? Yeah, that's actually a great way to put it.
Because if that goal counts, the script completely changes. But instead, the emotional momentum just violently flips. Once they survive that penalty, all the mechanical pressure shifted entirely onto Sweden's young roster.
And that pressure shift really exposes a foundational baseline that Cibak calls the goalie divergence.
Goalie divergence?
Yeah, so it's easy to just look at the final numbers and state that Switzerland's 38-year-old Leonardo Genoni had a 95.5% save rate.
Right, while Sweden's Magnus Hellberg, he finished at, 90.6?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the mechanical reality is that Genoni provided absolute structural stability. I mean, knowing your goalie is an absolute lock.
Because he stopped all 12 desperate shots in the third period.
Yes, exactly. And knowing he has your back completely frees up your offense. It just eliminates panic.
Right, because Genoni holds the line so definitively, the Swiss forwards get the green light to dictate the pace. Which brings us to the second period. Switzerland didn't just capitalize, they completely suffocated Sweden.
They really did.
They outshot them 12-3 and scored 2 goals in 4 minutes to essentially end the game. Roman Josi was involved in all 3 Swiss goals that night. But, hold on, I have to push back a bit here.
Okay, go for it.
A 12-3 shot advantage. I mean, you can't just chalk that up to Sweden being young and nervous. That sounds like a complete structural collapse on Sweden's end. Was Switzerland just that dominant, or did Sweden choke?
Well, Cibak's arguments actually validate both sides.
Yeah.
They absolutely collapsed, but you have to look at where they collapsed. He points straight to special teams. Sweden went 0 for 3 on the power play, and that includes that pivotal 5-minute major in the first. That is where, youthful energy morphs into inexperienced panic against a veteran defensive box.
So they couldn't execute when they had the mathematical advantage?
Precisely. And it just drained their confidence for the rest of the game.
Okay, so the youth factor completely crippled their special teams. But surely Switzerland's forwards had something to do with pinning them in their own zone for an entire period.
Oh, for sure. Cibak emphasizes that this Swiss team isn't some Cinderella story. It's an elite, heavy-hitting roster. We're talking about 4 of the tournament's top 10 scorers.
Andrietto, Malgin, Josi, and Meyer, right?
Yep, those 4. So when Sweden's structure cracked, Switzerland had this specific offensive depth to immediately exploit the gaps. The data shows they didn't get lucky. They systematically overwhelmed a panicked team.
Wow. It really shows how peeling back the emotional layer of a fast-paced game reveals the mechanical reality underneath. The data proves it was superior veteran goaltending and elite offensive depth, capitalizing on a younger team's special teams panic.
Totally. And Cibak is already projecting this forward. He's using this same data to predict an 80% chance that Switzerland decisively beats the tournament's fairy tale team Norway 4-1 in the semifinals.
80%, that's a bold prediction.
It is, but the underlying metrics strongly favor Switzerland's structural discipline against a Norwegian team that has, basically been riding purely on emotional momentum.
That makes a lot of sense. But here's a final provocative thought for you to chew on before we wrap up today's deep dive. Cibak's report highlights a rather glaring historical detail.
Oh, right, the finals data.
Yes.
Yeah.
In their last two World Championship final appearances, so 2024 and 2025, Switzerland scored a combined total of 0 goals.
Zero.
So if this data-proven offensive powerhouse reaches the finals once again, will their structural discipline hold up? Or will they succumb to the ultimate pressure and freeze up when the trophy is finally on the line?